We'll do some more work on this. Got my photograph up. I took this. I think I took this a couple years ago. I'm just guessing. Actually, it might have been pre-COVID because it seems like that's how we judge everything anymore. So was it pre or post-COVID? Well, we're not quite at post-COVID yet, but let's hope we do. Okay, let's get going here. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think I'm going to concentrate right now on the food carts. Me doing that here. Double out here. Is it? Take a look at this. Oh, beyond that. Okay. Talking to myself, phone conversation going on over here. Handy dandy red wherever I put it. Oh my goodness. So that's one thing. When it's warm, that paint dries really rapidly. pull it out like this. uh, Open it up enough. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure out exactly where that is. I think I should just wing it and go with it. That's the best bet. I gotta look at one other thing. You see me going back and forth, back and forth. I should probably just move this darn laptop over to. That'd make more sense. Why did that song go in my head? Oh, drippage there. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing we can't cure. Let's take a brush here. Yeah. There we go. Bigger brush. Whoa! All right. blue to that. Unpronounceable blue, that is. Hey, God, it's on top. I think what we're seeing as reflection here is the green light that of this traffic light. Okay, what did you come in with a flat brush? Scoop that out. The perma-wet ground that we have here. It's red out here. That one was yellow and brightened it up. Too much red. Mm. No idea why I got that song in my head. No. Cars parked along here. Got trees. Get those in place. I'm going to do those now. Because it kind of dominate. Mixing Prussian blue and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Portland with all the big trees. They are really fascinated with me with this city. All the big trees it has. I think there's trees on the other side too. I think there's a parking lot in here, if I remember right. I think that's a total building of that. Just looking here, if you're wondering where I'm at, it helps to get another perspective on things sometimes if you're kind of confused. Oh, okay. I was wrong. I'm actually standing on Harvey Milk. Okay, now it's coming together. Ah, that makes sense now. Okay. Okay, got it. Another hot day here in Portland. We've had our share. Hey, hello, Diane. Hello, Angie. How are you doing? All right. I was having to look at a map to see exactly where I was standing. That's what's going on here. Whoa, couldn't help myself. Sorry. Whoa, did eat him. This is our perma wet we have here, as I call it. Trees here. We got a building here, but you hardly see it. You barely can see it over here. I'm gonna put in more of the trees here. Whoa! Yeah. Well, couldn't help myself. Sorry. Harvey Milk Boulevard. It used to be Stark Avenue, and then they renamed it. And the irony, that used to be the gay district of Portland, and now it's just one gay bar left on that street. It's just things change. So I sweat away up here. This is our food carts here, and so it's going to keep adding on to this. Okay, doke. That's a big blob. We got our handy dandy fancy lights we have in this city. All these trees. Trees on the other side here. This is obviously, I think I took this in late November. That's my guess. No. We're gonna get this here. November is one of our rainiest months. We're going to do a lot of play with the lights coming off the food carts here. Whoa! Couldn't help myself. All these cars parked along here. Be kind of a moody painting because it's that time of the year, you know. Let's see. It's forward of it. Yep, it's forward. This big light here, we're going to set there, and there's a tree. I think that's actually that tree. So, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. process of putting their holiday lights up. I really like what they do downtown. All the trees get wrapped in lights, and it's really cool. I wish they would just keep them up. They're just so festive. I have this one song stuck in my head, and I have no idea why. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, got a little ways to go on it. It's so funny. Our food carts are like these little dilapidated trailers that serve some of the best food there is. They're really good. Trees over here. Building behind there. And we've got this refurbished building now. I think it's owned by Hilton, either Hilton or Marriott. I can't remember. They did a good job refurbishing it. Old building built back in the turn of the century. I always like it when somebody takes over one of those buildings and brings them back to life. We have this company that's based out of Portland. It's called McMinimans, and that's what they do. They take these cool buildings and completely refurbish them, and then they have small hotels in it, and all that. It's just really nice. And the food carts, everything under the sun, everything. Thai food, Indian food. I even ate one with Pakistani food. You have just standard hamburgers. You have a lot of Mexican food. Gyros or gyros or however you want to pronounce that. We have some of the best burritos I've ever had were actually out of these food carts. And so that's what you have here. It's like just a variety of everything. Barbecue. Some of the best barbecue I ever had is out of these food carts. I remember bumping into. I don't know if you know who Allison Cheney is. She was in West Wing and a whole bunch of. I ran into her on the street and she stopped me. She was on the phone with I don't know what it was, but she stopped me. She says, "Where can I get some good food around here?" And I pointed. She was right across the street from the food carts, and I said, "Those are well known, famous." And she says, "Oh, I don't know." She could tell she was a little bit skeptical of that, and she had to get back on the phone with whoever she was talking to. And then her husband came over and said, "Let's talk about those food carts." So that was. Well, I bet they are. But we have Mexican everything Vietnamese food carts. We have a large Vietnamese community here. So we have that. We have it's just amazing all the variety. Chinese. There's these sushi, everything. Their pizza. Actually, one of the food carts was rated one of the best pizzas there is. That was pretty cool. Now we got famous for our food carts, and yeah, it's really good. And I was just hoping for them, during the COVID time because once downtown was pretty much evacuated, then of course we had our horrible riots. We had, yeah, I can't believe those things are already 2 years ago. Yeah, over 2 years. In fact, they were over with 2 years ago. God, just hope that never happens again. That's Well, see what happens coming up. But yeah, these poor guys have gone through a lot. They should be proud of themselves that they survived. I see what's wrong. I don't have this right. So yeah, I big champion of these people because they're hardworking people and poured blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and you know, oh, right. I actually think I could do a food cart that's based on like German or European French fries, which is pommes frites. Oh my God, they're so good if they're done right. And here in the United States, I have yet to find anything that equals those French fries. And I think if I had a food cart and that's all I served was those French fries, we call them pommes frites, because that's what, give it the European flair. And I think I would clean up because people would discover they're the best fries they've ever had in their lives. And everybody, oh, I love McDonald's fries. Oh, that sucks. Now I get sued by McDonald's. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. What I'm going to have, these are going to be lit up a lot more because they'll contrast with blue. Oh, gotta take a look at this real close. Ah, okay. That's what it is. That's coming off of that. Stepping back, stepping back. Step back here. Whoa, couldn't help myself. Got excited for a second there. Yep. Yellow ochre. I just bought a new tube of yellow ochre and a new tube of Van Dyke brown. But I gotta do a better job of getting everything out of what I can. Because everybody knows the prices are continually going up. It's like, the price is all out of business here. Rinse. Some of these trees because of the food carts all lit up. We got our big lamp post here. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh white here. So I got my tub here. Oh, I know myself. Got excited again. Yeah. I need to pull that over to make a mess. I managed to do that one a couple of times. Spilled white paint all over the place. Oh yeah, that was a fun day. Yeah. Oh, I think that's oil. And you know who the real artisans there? I mean, he was amazing himself, but it was the guys who did the plastering, because you had to have that plaster absolutely right for that to sink into the plaster. If you don't have it at the right moisture content, it cracks it. You know, and there's the difference between a fresco versus a mural. A mural is painted on drywall, where a fresco is on wet. Yeah, I'm not sure what type of paint it was. I was assuming it was oil because that's what was available, but he might have had a different mixture. I would have to. That's a good question. That sounds like a good trivia question. Yes. What type of paint did Michelangelo use? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh God, I couldn't help myself. Yeah. Sorry, handy dandy lamp post here. Yeah, we still have some of our problems here in Portland, but you can see things improving. You know. I guess there's a certain group of people can move on and go away. You didn't hear that? Yeah. You always have those people. They're always negative, or they're always wanting to destroy everything. You know, never understood that. Yeah, that's enough of that. Big fancy handy dandy light here. Boom, Now I got the Godfather theme going through my time. Whoa! I couldn't help myself again. Thank you, Diane. I'm trying to build up my YouTube page. It's a uphill battle. I'll tell you that one. But, yeah, you think of it, share it. Please share it. Yeah, I got a meeting with another bar. They're brand new and they're interested in doing an art show. I approached them on it. They have beautiful big black walls that are like perfect for paintings. So we'll see what we can do. A meeting Sunday. Now I got the Godfather going through my head. Cars in here. Looks like it's a Honda. Honest question with you, Angie. Do they have to put like a real sticky stuff on their tires to keep your cars from falling off the earth? I'm just curious. I was wondering about that. Woke up at night thinking about that. I want you to know. Or do they have like a Velcro like material that keeps the cars like secured to the road? Yeah. That'd be kind of freaky to be driving along and all of a sudden you just off you go. Yep, off into the wild blue yonder. Yep. The abyss of space. Just curious. Right, let's go in here. These are things that I think about. I think the one that always gets me, though, and this is actually a true thing, is Einstein. You know, when he came up with the theory of relativity, he what got him thinking was he was at a train station. I think it was in Switzerland, and he was looking at the clock, and the clock was known for being very accurate and all this stuff. And the train was moving, and he was wondering, well, what's the time at the beginning of the train versus the end of the train. Of course, none of us would ever think of anything like that. We would just like going, oh yeah, well it's just, but no, and that's where the theory of relativity came from. Just yeah, let's just think about that. That's amazing. There's some people who think on just different levels than the rest of us. I've been fascinated with the Webb telescope going on right now. Some of the pictures are, my gosh, they're just absolutely phenomenal. You know, I say, stay interested. You know, stay curious. I think that's one thing I like about art too, because it kind of makes you look at things differently. Whoa! I couldn't help myself again. Did you know when perspective first was invented, is that they actually tried to make it illegal because it was too close to what God does? That's a true story. The church. It was true. I think when perspective was, I think perspective came around in like the 1400s. Which is interesting. Perspective helped navigation and everything. Gotta take a look at this. You can hear my floor squeak over here. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh. I hope you had a great time, Diane, on your birthday. How was the dinner out with your friends? Good, good. It's your birthday. You should deserve. I have a friend. He's turning 40 this Friday. Yeah, we're taking him out. He just bought himself a new vehicle. So I guess he's already going through the midlife crisis. Boom, boom. Excellent. As long as the wine was good. Globules there. There is this Harvey Milk that goes one way that direction, and this is Washington that goes one direction in that direction. There are a lot of one-way streets in this city, and now they've blocked Harvey Milk off up towards where Scandals is. They did that early on in the pandemic so people could eat outside and keep these places going, and so they just granted them a blank permit to keep that street. And now the federal government apparently has just approved that's going to be permanently closed, so that's kind of cool. There's something festive about eating outside. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Stand back here. Bend over. Pick up the towel. Now we're making progress. I think we'll be done with this one on Wednesday. Maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's been kind of cool. I mean, obviously, these times have been rough on everybody, and so for anything that can help out, that's what I'm looking at. I always try to tip generously, and it's everything. Everything helps. Just a smile and say thank you. I mean, it's like some people have forgotten to do that one. It's like say thank you. It's God. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. There's a manhole there. People hole, I guess. If you always stop and take a look at like manholes and the metal work, and some of them are very intricate. If you're in Seattle and you're downtown, and the manhole actually shows you where you're at on what street you're on. It actually has a dot where you're at, and it's actually a rivet that was put in there, and so you now know where you're at. And I thought that was kind of cool. Found that one out. Ours tends to have a rose design because we're the Rose City, Uh, then there's these beautiful grates that go around the trees. And I know where those are actually made because I used to live there, Tacoma. And there's a big puddle here. We're going to get that puddle in there. We're going to have reflections on them. We're going to have all these puddles here too. That's where we're going with this. It just rained. I've stood out there in the rain waiting for my food. I was hungry. I had been to a bar and I needed some food. Come in with a little bit of black there. Good, eat them. I ended up having an interesting thing. I was telling you this before. I had an interesting ride downtown. The Max had hit a car downtown, so it stopped everything, and I ended up getting on a bus. And I hadn't been on a bus in Portland before, and so I managed to survive. I'm here. It's a nice bus, and the bus driver was very friendly. Yeah, everybody was friendly on the bus too. That was kind of cool. You could tell that was their normal bus, and they say, "Night, Bob," you know. Kind of cool. It's like a little community bus. Just started in Beaverton and went on downtown. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I like things like that. How old are the manholes? I don't know. I don't know. You know, they've probably been there for a while, but they make new ones and stuff. You know, so they're really thick. I mean, I'm talking about something that's heavy as a manhole. Holy cow! Let me just lift one of those up. There's water around here. We're going to get all that in there. And that's what's going to make this thing start popping is the reflections in the mud or the puddles and stuff. There's a puddle right here. We're going to get that in there. There's another puddle right here. That's what's going to start making this this painting fun. Whoa, couldn't help myself again. Sorry. Got excited about that. All righty. My goodness, that hour zipped right on by. Gosh. At least I don't have to be up ridiculously early tomorrow, but the following day I do. Nice seeing you, Angie. I haven't seen you on here in a while. Oh dear, I think we've lost Angie. But, well, yeah. Always nice seeing you, Diane, too. You know that. Walk signs here. I like the German ones. You could tell it was like almost you could tell they were German. It was just hilarious. All right. On that note, we're going to have to call it for tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then I'll have to skedaddle to bed because I have to be up really early the next day. But at least we've got a good start on this one. I think we made some good progress today. So we got the trees in here. We're going to work on this building. We've got to work on this building. I got to take a look at some other photographs to see if I got this building in a photograph, and I think I do. And like for tomorrow, we're going to have all these the puddles in the street and stuff like that, and you'll see cars over here with brake lights, you know, all reflecting down into the perma wet, as I call it here. And we're going to do a lot more work on these food carts all down here. So I think it's going to be a good painting. I think it's going to have a good fun feel to it. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Stay healthy. Thank you to the healthcare workers and all those people keeping things going. We're getting there. We're getting there. But and think, pray for peace. I'll tell you what, get God, people, and just civility. Gosh, come on, we can do this. But that's why we love art. That's what we're doing. Take care. Seriously. Bye-bye. Whoa, I'll be back here 8 p.m. Pacific time in Oregon.